Raul Leach is a professional commodities specialist trader. So, of course, he got involved with Silver Chief as a member because he saw the opportunity of what Silver offered. So, of course, we've been doing a couple of installments through the month of April, and of course, the reaction's been very good. So we're definitely looking to keep these segments going as we go forward. But I'm going to give it straight over to you, Raul, and you can get going.
All right. Hello, everybody, and it's quite amazing that you folks are sitting 10 o'clock at night. Don't you have a job to go do tomorrow? What's wrong with you folks? I've got some teasers that I want to... Guys, I had a haircut today. I took the clippers and I shaved all the hair off, say I need a new beginning. Start all over again. If you don't know what to do, go to the beginning, go to the start. So it's a bit cold these days, so I'll put a Missy on later on so you can see I'm undercover. And what I've got to share with you, with some of you sat in last night, I need to refresh last night's presentation, make it fresh again, and make it exciting. One of the things that we needed, something Brandon and I discussed, was the need to bring in a global payment system into Silver Chief, something that if somebody joined from Namibia or Nigeria or United States, that there wasn't 1,000 different options, but one option. And one of the easiest, cheapest ways at the moment and quickest ways to transport money is through cryptocurrency. Bitcoin might be an option, but there are cryptocurrencies that are actually cheaper than Bitcoin and the fees are lower. So I'm going to go through a few slides and hopefully it makes sense. One of the purposes of tonight's presentation is to get you folks that are interested in this system or would like others to start using the system, is to start opening your own Bitcoin wallets. Now, if you've got a pen and a notepad, that would be great if you take notes, because everything I say isn't on the slides. Unfortunately, I'm not going to read slides to you. I say a lot of what's not on the slide. And what's important here is that we're living in a world where there is continuous change. And the change is so important for all of us that it's an adapt or die. We've been forced to change. Some of us enjoy the outdoors, going places, and now we've been forced to sit at home and looking for an excuse to go to the shops. And there's a risk factor involved also there. So we wanted a two-way payment system, and the systems that are already in place, if we had to ask people to pay via MoneyGram or Western Union, you pay up to 20% fees on those kind of transactions. So it's a no-go situation. We don't want to use those systems. Then, of course, we know that if you want to send money via one bank in South Africa to American bank or to European bank, it's going to take you up to 7 days, and you actually need permission from the Reserve Bank. They ask you on your profile have you got a code and a number. So the SWIFT is one of the slowest ways of transacting. The next thing people ask is, how can I protect my money? How can I take 10,000 Rand and keep it safe? So on certain things, as a trader, I teach people to trade with their own money. I teach people to be in control of their own money. So I have people coming to me on a daily basis and saying, oh, I've got this new scheme. I'm earning this. I've given my money to this guy and he's giving me 10% per month. And I say, but we're in a recession, we're in a depression. The Rand is devaluating at 13% per month. Why are you giving it to someone that's giving you 10% per month? I mean, really, you need to just go and check the markets a little bit. So I teach people how to hedge their money. So if you don't want to trade, I'm going to show you a system tonight that you can keep your money safe. So you can go in on an exchange and you can use your rands to buy US dollars on the exchange and keep it there in US dollars. And as the rand depreciates, your value of your rand increases and increases. So when we started January, the rand has depreciated by 36, 37% since January. It went up to almost 40%, and it's about 36, 37% at the moment. So your 100,000 in the bank is worth 70,000. At the end of the year, it's going to be worth like 30, 40,000. So that's my predictions. I'm not a financial advisor. A financial advisor that's educated will be able to tell you the same kind of thing if he's not working for Sanlam or Old Mutual. He must be an independent guy because he's just going to try and sell you something. So one of there's a few reasons why we chose the cryptocurrency as a method to keep our funds safe. And of course, we've got a lot of instability in the world today. The rand can crash at any moment. Even the dollar can crash. But the thing is, what affects the dollar will affect all the currencies in the world. I spent time in Zimbabwe, where the first time I went in after many years was 2002, and we were getting 170 Zim dollars to 1 rand. And I ended up walking out of Zimbabwe with notes like this. 10, $100 billion notes. So I became a billionaire in Zimbabwe. So Mugabe was one of the only people that managed to make all the people millionaires and billionaires in 5 years. So we are going into such a situation that even the banks might close. In Zimbabwe, of the 33 banks, 8 banks were left when I left Zimbabwe in 2008. So how do you keep your money safe if the banks close? The banks will also, in the near future, limit you to what your withdrawals are going to be or allowed to be. So if you keep your money too long, you might not be able to withdraw the amounts that you need to withdraw. So I tell people, what is your rand worth today and what is it worth tomorrow? So we're using what we call the blockchain. Now, something I need to mention is that the blockchain, where Bitcoin has come, the banks are using the blockchain at the moment. FNB has got their own blockchain business going. They've got their own token. Nedbank has got their own blockchain initiative going. Absa is using Ethereum blockchain to keep their customers' IDs and what's going on in the bank safe. Standard Bank is using Ripple to transport money across the world because it's much faster than SWIFT. So if you're frowning at Bitcoin and what it can do, don't ask the banks. They're using it. It's only banks I know that aren't using it is African Bank and Capitec Bank. They have some other systems in place. They're using artificial intelligence. So let's quickly get to the actual wallet part. So when we start opening a Bitcoin wallet, there's certain security things. I'm going to spend half the time that I'm going to spend from now till the end of my presentation on security and the other half on opening a wallet. And then on tomorrow night, I'm actually going to show you how to deposit money into the exchange and how to buy cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever. So this is one of the courses that we give. I charge people 900 Rand for this course, but I'm giving it to you guys for free tonight. So first of all, your money can get stolen at any point of time. So if you don't follow the security that I'm giving you, and the security that I'm telling you about are not things that you're going to use it in your everyday life from now on. It's very essential. The first thing you're going to need is to download the Google Authenticator on your phone. I just want to see, this is what it looks like. So if you go to your App Store or your Play Store, Android or iPhone, this is what the symbol looks like. It's called Google Authenticator. It's a free app. You can even let Google have its own authentication on the authenticator, so no one can log in on your Gmail account without your permission. So it's a very important tool to have. The next thing, if you've got a computer, a laptop or a desktop, these are the following programs, especially the first three I'm going to suggest all of you download or have at least working on your computer. The first one is called Super Anti-Spyware. It's a free program. There is a paid version, and I use a paid version just because I don't have time to do all the updates and to do the scans. So if you pay for it, I think it's $29 a year, then it does all the updates for you. So it's a free program to use. It cleans all the spyware and the cookies and stuff off your computer. And I can promise you, if your computer is slow, this is the computer program that's going to help you boost that speed of your computer. The second is have an antivirus. So the antivirus that I suggest, I used to use AVG. AVG is a free program, but I'm using the Nod32, the SSET program. So Nod32 or AVG are the ones that are most commonly used. You can also use a free program, but if you're dealing with money on your computer, lots of internet banking, 300 or 400 Rand a year is not a lot of money. The third program I'm using is called Using Free Registry Cleaner. It's absolutely free. There's no fees or anything at any point of time. It's 1 megabyte file. It cleans the operating system of your computer, the registry, how the files and the order of the files are. So if you use those, the number 1 and number 3, your speed of your computer should be improved by between 20 and 80%, just on that. So the top 2 programs are for security. The third one is for keeping an operating system going. The last one, for those who are keen on logging in, that they are anonymous on the internet, because you get less attacks if you use what we call virtual private network. So you get a virtual private network, and I will give you a link to that also tomorrow night, which enables you to be absolutely anonymous on the internet. You can use it on your phone also, that you can't be attacked from anywhere. So those are the programs that I use. So once you've downloaded Google Authenticator, we're going to start talking about the exchange that we're going to use, and then I'm going to give you the link to scan. And most of you got barcode scanners or QR code scanners on your phone. So we had a chat, Brandon, I, and a guy by the name of Grant, last night, just before the meeting. And this nice presentation that I was building up for you guys to really impress you with, I just had to put it in the box, and another day, another time, sorry, I had to do a new presentation for you guys. So this is basically what I put together. Thanks to Office for assisting me. ICE3X was the first cryptocurrency exchange that I used many years ago, and they were based in Britain at the time, but now they're based in South Africa also. And what's nice about them, you can pay straight to their bank account and convert your money to rands, US dollar, Tether, Ethereum, or whichever currency you want to exchange it to. They've even got systems that are in place that if you do a direct EFT, that the funds show within 60 seconds on the exchange. So they've got very, very modern, up-to-date systems. So the next thing is we know the owner. The rates are cheaper than almost all the exchanges in the world, and especially South African. And we have a special deal with this guy for Silver Chief members. So the guys actually put a link together that I'm sharing via Brandon to you folks, that we will all benefit in one way or another. And not all of you would, whether you're a Silver Chief member or not, you'll benefit from it. So let's say you don't want to use Silver Chief at all, not interested in silver, not interested in the value of silver. That's great. You can still use this to open a wallet, and you'll still have the benefits from this. For our biggest frustration up until now was, how do we get money? How do we pay our members in Nigeria, in Namibia, in the United States and England? If you've got an exchange that's central, that you don't have to withdraw all the funds that people send you, and you can pay them back out of the same exchange in Naira, in pounds or whatever, that is a system that we've been waiting for. So this is why we're using ICE3X. So if you've got your QR code scanners on your phone, you can just switch it on and then scan the QR code on your screen, and it will immediately say there's a link, and you click on the link and it will take you to a website. If you don't have the link, take a photo of the shortcut that I've just shortened the link to a bit.ly link, and you can share it with your friends. In other words, if you're like a Silver Chiefer, you share that with all the Silver Chiefers, and then even old Brandon will be happy. So once you've scanned that, you'll be able to click on the link and get a little form where you're going to sign up with the exchange. They will send you an email, and you will click on the email and you get registered. So tomorrow night, what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to fund your account. So by tomorrow night, you would have already opened the account, got the email, and then obviously you're like a little inquisitive and you want to go and look around. You can go and look around, Salon. Wallets are already automatically open for you. You will send, if you want to send Bitcoin, you can even send Bitcoin to the exchange. If you want to send rands to the exchange, I will help show you how it's done. I will show you how to buy and to sell on the exchange, how to withdraw, and then of course what the ideal withdrawal time would be. So within Bitcoin would take anything from 15 to 30 minutes withdrawal time. Ethereum and Ethereum blockchain would take 1 or 2 minutes, sometimes 15 seconds. So we'll actually go into that for tomorrow night. This is the logo of the exchange. I need to improve that one because it's now distorted. This is the owner, Gareth, and very nice guy. He is open. He's actually going to build us some back office technology for Silver Chief. And then the next step is, and he doesn't know this yet. So this is like inside information. Don't tell anyone about it. Okay. And we will have, because somebody asked the question, how do I have to sell my silver back to Silver Chief? And are they going to give me a good price? I said, no, you don't understand. We will have our own exchange where we can buy and sell silver from each other, to each other, at whatever price we think it's a good price to sell. That is amazing. It's already done by different companies. And this is the next level. So if you bought 10 kilograms of silver, you can sell 100 gram, 500, 1 or 2 ounces at a time at high prices, buy lower again. So we have the sky as the limit. You can't sell more than what you got unless you're going to buy. So we don't have to worry about, oh, what's the exchange going to give me? And they're going to give me this. That's the guarantee, is that the exchange is going to buy it back at spot price, but we will be able to sell it at market prices on the exchange. So that's not happening now. This is just a rumor. Okay, just tell everyone, if you want to tell someone, tell them this is a rumor. This is the future, because we have to think of the future. Whatever we do, we think of the future. So put your money where it's safe. Don't give it to some exchange or some person that you don't know, somebody that says, I'll make you 10% when the inflation is 13%. Put it in a place where at least whatever happens to the rand will benefit you in the dollars, in the dollars. So what's exciting about opening on a cryptocurrency exchange versus a brokerage exchange? Because if you got what is it called, CSP 500, you can open an account, but you've got fees. You've got broker fees on normal forex exchanges. With cryptocurrencies, you don't have brokers. So whatever you put there is what you put there, and it stays there. All right, so tomorrow night we will do then the next part of this, and I will show you how to fund the wallets, how to withdraw funds from the wallet, so that you and your downline, or your downline overseas. So if you sat in on the presentation tonight, you obviously have an interest in overseas business, out of the country business. So maybe you're not sitting here for yourself, you're sitting here to help someone else, to help your network. So you've taken responsibility so that you can understand that there is a future, and the future isn't a little tea party kind of thing, and a little group of people just all happy. We are going with the times, we're going with the future. So you guys, over to you, Chris and Ilse. Any questions?
Oh, Rahul, thanks a lot. And again, I mean, this is one of the things that Silver Chief brings, is we bring in these added values to our clients and to our team and members. Chris, Ilse, do you have any questions at all?
I think Chris is muted. Maybe just unmute him.
Apologies.
Are you winning?
Yes. Okay, there you go, Chris.
No.
It's then I can hear me. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that, Rahul. I've got a bit of insight as to where you're going with this, and when I heard about it last night, I didn't sleep last night, because I've done trading before, and to have it back to the physical commodity, I know what we're sitting on right now. And this is something that is going to take Silver Chief to, never mind the next level, I'm talking about out of this galaxy. It is so exciting what we're sitting on right now. I'm over the moon. Thank you for your input, Rahul. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris. I saw Brandon put his hand up in the participants.
Hey, we've got Brandon in the room.
Well, let's get him on.
Brandon, would you like to just have a quick chat with us?
Yeah, for sure. I hope everyone's doing well. You know, I've been listening in on the call, and obviously the last couple of days I've been spending a lot of time with the owner of Ice3X, and I've shifted a couple of 100,000 through the exchange already. And you remember the first time I got up on stage and I spoke about creating that platform whereby, you know, it'll be seamless and globalist for everyone around the world. And, you know, I didn't even realize that something like this existed. And when I met this gentleman and how his insight is into what his dreams are and his visions are for what he wants to achieve, and, you know, combining what we have and what he has, you know, I truly think this is going to be one of the greatest things the world's ever going to see. And, you know, I love the fact that Rahul's, you know, jumped on with us with regards to this. And, you know, he just absolutely knows everything that there is about what we need here. And I'm just, you know, when you dream of things and they just come into your life because that's what you've been dreaming about, it's just one of those moments. And it's you know, I'm so excited. If you go onto the website, people can pay through this exchange immediately, and it's the craziest thing ever. And tomorrow with the integrations, I mean, you guys are going to see tonight and tomorrow, there's such big things coming for our company. But this is definitely the way of the future. The world is going to be moving on to this. You know, the SWIFT methods and the Visa debit card payment systems. I mean, everything's become so controlled by the elite. It's just, you know, the amount of money that you can legally get out of the country, and, you know, all these things that they impose on us. You know, this exchange just takes it away for all of us, and it really opens up the world to us as members, even if you're not members here. So, I'm excited. It is a dream come true. I haven't slept the last 2-3 days. I've been playing around with this thing. I've been using it. Like I said, I've shifted a couple of 100,000 through here. I'm going to be putting a couple of million through here in the next couple of days. But it is definitely the future. It's like its own bank, if I can call it to you like that. It is its own decentralized banking system, which is truly phenomenal, and it's going to cater for Africa and the rest of the world. And man, I'm just so excited. And when you combine the knowledge of what Real knows, and you can actually see the potential of what can be created through the system, it is going to be a game-changing platform for everyone. And so I'm excited. We're definitely going to do a massive push over the next 3 months to go into the sphere, because I believe it's going to be one where the world implodes around us. We're going to have this exchange to hold value in people's money, not only through silver, but holding money online in a digital space that will actually not form part of the centralized system that we live in. So I'm excited. I'm pumped up. It's just the best thing I've seen, and it's everything that I've prayed for, wished for, and miracles happen. But this is not by chance. This is definitely destiny talking right here, right now. So I'm excited. I love your guys' calls, and Real's give me some insight into the exchanges. But but yeah, there's a lot of things that we're building, and there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't see. But I'm telling you right now, very, very, very exciting times ahead.
Well, then I met Brandon the first time. It was he spent 2 days with me, and then I flew to Joburg to spend a week with him, and we were 2 days at the blockchain conference. What's exciting is when you meet somebody who's open to new ideas and new business. How many people have you worked with in life and they're just stuck in their way? So thank you, Brandon. You're not going to regret these changes. Everyone is excited, and I know Chris especially.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot, Brandon. I mean, it's always great to hear you speak and the vision behind it and the excitement. I mean, you basically give us all that energy and that excitement. And Roel, again, thanks a million. I mean, I cannot wait for tomorrow night's second installment so that we can finally open these Bitcoin wallets and we can start to actually get it into that system. A very important thing, and I've been doing my own research, is as we know, the monetary systems, everything is going to change. And we can either choose to ignore it, or we can almost, and this is a word I'm taking from Chris, recession-proof ourselves and make sure that we can actually go forward constructively, making sure we're protecting the most important things is our money, is our hard-earned wealth. And I think, this vehicle is one of those stepping stones to making sure we consolidate those things.
Yes, and with whatever you're talking about now, Dion, consolidating and holding your value, silver has been the most profitable asset in the last 30 days to have. Doesn't matter what you've got, you can sell your silver at double the price now, and if you had to melt it in coins, you would have 400% return.
Awesome. Roel, thanks a million. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Just in closing, I'd like to just thank all the people that came onto the call that were invited onto this Silver Chief presentation. We sincerely appreciate your time. Just a quick 10 out of 10 rating, a 10, 9, 8. Let's get going, and I want to sign up. We welcome you into our into this new family. 765, I'd like a little bit more information. Get back to the person that put you onto this call. Get the more information you need. 432, and I'd like to maybe just look at the investing side and possibly what even Roel's offered you this evening, add that value to it. In closing, thanks a million to Ilse, Chris, Roel, Brandon coming on, Ayanda giving us that great